95% of high achievers are not fueled by inspiration, but by the relentless execution of remarkably boring habits. While the public consumes stories of overnight success and sudden brilliance, the IRS records of the top 0.1% tell a much different story of slow, calculated accumulation. Understanding why excellence is actually mundane is the only way to bridge the gap between amateur effort and professional mastery. Over the next 8 minutes, this analysis will deconstruct the fallacy of the big break and reveal the mechanical reality of how elite performers in finance, sport, and industry actually reach the summit. This is not about motivation. It is about the structural efficiency of boredom. Popular culture frames success as a series of quantum leaps or sudden moments of genius that propel an individual into a new stratosphere of wealth and influence. However, sociological studies of Olympic swimmers and Fortune 500 CEOs suggest that what appears to be a leap is actually a qualitative shift in small, repetitive actions. The data indicates that top-tier performers do not necessarily work 10 times harder than the average professional. Instead, they execute a different set of actions with robotic precision. A portfolio manager generating a 20% annual return isn't looking for a magic stock, but is likely adhering to a strict risk management protocol that filters out 99% of opportunities. Excellence is the result of hundreds of tiny, mundane tasks done correctly every single day, such as maintaining a consistent sleep schedule or reviewing a balance sheet for the 1,000th time. When these actions are performed with total consistency, the end result appears miraculous to the outside observer who only sees the final product. Consider the manufacturing industry, where a 0.5% increase in efficiency can result in millions of dollars in additional profit. These gains are rarely found in radical innovations, but in the dull, repetitive testing of machine timing and worker movement patterns over several years. The danger of the breakthrough myth is that it leads people to wait for a moment of inspiration that may never arrive. But here's where it gets interesting. The real competitive advantage lies not in being better, but in being more comfortable with the repetitive nature of the work. The path to high performance is paved with the compound interest of technique, where small adjustments yield exponential rewards over a decade. In the world of high-stakes litigation or surgery, the difference between the elite and the average is often found in the preparation that happens when no one is watching. Statistical analysis of professional golfers shows that the top players don't hit the ball significantly further than the rank and file. They simply make fewer errors on the most routine shots. By mastering the mundane mechanics of the short game, they secure a statistical edge that translates into millions of dollars in prize money annually. In business, this is mirrored in the concept of operational excellence, where companies like Toyota or Amazon dominate not by reinventing the wheel daily, but by perfecting the mundane process of logistics. Every second saved in a warehouse or every cent shaved off a shipping cost compounds across billions of transactions. When an individual decides to pursue a high-performance path, they must accept that their daily schedule will look 60 to 70% identical for years at a time. This lack of variety is a feature of excellence, not a bug, because it allows for the deep focus required to notice microscopic flaws in performance. Most people abandon their goals when the initial excitement fades and the reality of the grind sets in, leaving a vacuum at the top of every industry. The data tells a different story. Those who survive the trough of boredom are the ones who eventually collect the largest rewards. Psychologically, the human brain is wired to seek novelty, which makes sustained high performance a direct battle against biological instinct. To become a world-class expert, one must be willing to perform the same task 10,000 times, even when the incremental gain from the 10,000th time is nearly invisible. In the financial sector, boring investors are often the most successful because they resist the urge to react to every 24-hour news cycle. While the average retail trader loses money chasing volatility, institutional funds often generate steady wealth by sticking to a predefined, mundane strategy regardless of market sentiment. This psychological endurance is why many elite performers employ coaches not just for strategy, but for the accountability to remain consistent. The cost of this consistency is often social. The top 1% of earners frequently spend their time in isolation, focused on the dullest aspects of their craft while others are seeking entertainment. A study of high-performing students found that the highest achievers did not necessarily have higher IQs, but had a significantly higher tolerance for deliberate practice. This is the type of practice that is specifically designed to be difficult and repetitive, focusing on weaknesses rather than playing strengths. The ability to withstand the boredom of mastery is the ultimate filter in a competitive economy, separating those who want the status from those who want the skill. But there is a literal cost to this path that many overlook. Excellence is not just a time commitment. It is a capital-intensive endeavor that requires significant upfront investment with no guarantee of an immediate return. In professional sports, the cost of specialized coaching, nutrition, and recovery can exceed $100,000 per year before a single dollar of profit is earned. In the business world, the mundanity of excellence translates to spending millions on R&D for products that may only be 2% faster than the competition. However, that 2% margin often captures 80% of the market share, demonstrating the winner-take-all nature of high-performance markets. This economic reality creates a barrier to entry that protects the elite. Once a standard of mundane excellence is established, it becomes prohibitively expensive for newcomers to catch up. A company with 20 years of optimized logistics cannot be easily disrupted by a startup with more creative ideas but less disciplined execution. Furthermore, the opportunity cost of excellence is high, as the narrow focus required means abandoning multiple other interests. For most, the price of being the best at one thing is being mediocre at everything else, a trade-off that requires a cold, calculated approach to life and career management. Ultimately, the mundanity of excellence is a protective moat, ensuring that only those willing to endure the repetition and the cost reach the pinnacle of their respective fields. The single most important insight to carry forward is that mastery is not the result of a single brilliant stroke, but the accumulation of small, qualitative improvements executed with perfect consistency over a decade. If this analysis changed how you think about the mechanics of success, the next video breaks down the specific systems used by institutional investors to maintain this level of discipline.